Welcome to 23.3, the final week of the Open. This morning we did what I'm calling our blind Open, again, where we show up, watch the announcement, and then warm up and do the workout. I think it's my new favourite way to do the Open, so I'm definitely going to be doing it next year. And anyone that wants to do it, you're welcome. We had 6 of us do it this morning. Myself, Larry, Nath, Beth, Ro, and Shilton. We kind of... Well, we didn't twist his arm. He twisted his own arm. But, you know, that's what he's like, I guess. Anywho. So, we're all about to start our workout here. It's the same wall walk standards as last year. You got to have the 2 lines, and they've got the set male and female distances that you got to start your hands out before you walk them on in and then walk them on out. The new piece is the handstand push-up. If you are foolish enough to attempt them, you have to maintain a maximum 75 centimeter gap between your hands. So as long as your thumbs are touching the 75 centimeter lines, your handstand push-ups will be valid. Now, as you can see, the girls are a little quicker onto their double unders. But did you catch that? Hang on, let me take it back a smidge. Watch Mel O'Brien's first rep over here. 2, 1, go. Alright, right here. Watch this, judge. Boom, because you moved the hands too early. Yeah, so don't do that. Still, it's easy to do. So you got to keep an eye out for that one. Because you get up, and as soon as your sort of hips go up, you feel like, oh, I got to start moving. But don't Mel O'Brien. She did it again. I think she just did it again. Go back. Boom. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Have to freeze frame that. Yeah, she's literally moving too fast. My eyes just can't keep up. I can't figure it out. But yeah, down in the corner here, you've got Larry, you've got me, then up the top, you've got Nath, who, like, I don't want to spoil the video, but he got very close to his first full range wall walk. You got Shilton going here, you got Beth here. Off screen there, oh no, kind of on screen, you can see Rowena there doing her wall walks. Larry and I did coordinate to look away from each other. We're not like these psychos up here just staring into each other's eyes. Not because we don't like staring into each other's eyes. It can just be a little off-putting when you're bouncing up and down. But still, gangster move. So if you want to do it, try and throw someone off. Highly recommend. My first round thoughts is I went too fast on the wall walks, and then I broke up the... I had this plan in my head of doing 3s on the snatches. I was like, oh, I know it's going to like blow me up if I do a big set of snatches to open. But doing those small sets, it just takes too long, so I wouldn't do that again. Now, if you notice here, this is the last part of the workout where I'm actually ahead of Larry. It lasts for about 3 or 4 reps, and then he's off doing his thing. Yeah, so I do a bunch of 3s. Larry, I think, did 5s all the way through. Shilton did, he opened with 7... and then he did like 4 or 5, and then 4 or 5 to finish, something like that. I've stopped watching what these guys were doing. Oh, she got no rep again? What? Let's go back a little. So watching this screen up here, watching this Mel O'Brien in the black outfit. What's this judge here? Let's see what she does. Yeah, no rep. Ah, she did another no rep. Damn, there's a fine line. You know, because you got to get up there, but you don't want to take so long that you're getting stable. So here we are, a minute 45 into the workout. These girls are doing their second round. Larry and I are doing the snatches in our first round, as is Shilton and Beth up here, so we're all about par for par. One of the things that I think is particularly tough in this workout is actually in the scale division. So the other week, I thought the people in the scale division had it a bit tougher because they were just going to be doing a ton more running because they just had to do those burpees and touch, so they're spending a lot more time moving. This time, if you're doing the RX, right, so here's the line where your fingers have to start, and your fingers have to start there, and then you walk back in towards the wall. If you're doing the scaled version, it's the same line, but your hand has to start completely on the far side of that line. Actually, and it's plus a couple of inches too. And then you have to get up and move completely over the line, and then back over the line. So if we watch Beth just here, so see how her hands are so far out in front of her shoulders. So she does her steps, and she's going to step all the way back out in front. That's a hard standard, because that's like, imagine doing a plank, but your hands are like an extra foot out in front of you. That's a tough standard. I feel like the cruisiest bit for all of us was the skipping. Larry whinged about skipping, but he was fine. So those girls are doing their second round snatches. So you've got 6 minutes to do the first 2 rounds. And there's Mel O'Brien finishing it in 3:18. So Mel O'Brien finished that first round in 3:18. Finished the second round in 3:18. So here's Larry doing the double unders on that same round at 3:30. And you'll get to see the awesome experience that him and I have on our second round snatches. They're not my proudest work. I'll definitely say that. But that's why you kind of have to go big in the beginning, because you don't want to be crammed up for time when you get into those later rounds. I think I trip on this one, and I was pretty happy to do so. What did I trip on the last round? On one of them, at 37 or 36. Yeah, Jacob was counting there for me, and he was pretty good. Counting double unders is, maybe I just stopped it, I can't remember. But counting double unders is hard enough. But, at what point do you verbalize your counts? Every 10, every 20, their last 3 reps, just when they finish. Jacob counted for me, and he called out every 10. And then I counted for Shilton, and I just told him when he was finished. I figured Shilton doesn't like a lot of excess communication. Alright, so Larry's, maybe half a dozen snatches in. I kicked that out of the way, because I was legitimately concerned that I may fall backwards and die. So you can see the 3 of us here, none of us are having a super easy time of these snatches. Larry's obviously having a slightly easier time, but they're a bit of a struggle street for all of us. Mel O'Brien there, also on snatches. She's on her 3rd round snatches. We are on our 2nd round snatches. Now I think after this next one, Jacob, who's just sort of here off the screen, he says to me, let me see if I can hear it. Yeah, seven reps to go. So just pause that for a second. So 7 reps to go at 5:20. So I've got 40 seconds to do 7 snatches. So I just wanted to pause and preemptively apologize for the next 7 snatches. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. But I've just done the mental math and I figured out how quickly I've got to do these things. So I'm starfishing those feet all over the place. I think there's a press out in here somewhere. That was kind of a press out. But there's Mel into her 4th round as we are wrapping up round number 2 here. So look at that. Shilton clipped us both. I thought Larry was done by now. I didn't realise. Yeah, God. Oof. Those feet are getting as wide as those hands. So I have to finish that. Boom. So I finished it. I looked at the clock. Alright, and now I'm dead. I'm just straight up. I was dying and now I'm dead. Shilton, I think, he was pretty smart. Sorry, I'm skipping around on the time a little bit. So there's his last one. And yeah, look, straight up. Just gets straight to work, getting his first one out. That's a great idea. I spent way too long just looking at the floor. So there we are, and I'm just down for the count. Larry opened with... Okay, so I'm doing my last snatch. Larry's keeping an eye on me because he's scared. He's scared. He knows I'm coming for him. He's scared. I can smell it. Alright, let's see what Larry opens with. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's not bad. I think Shilton also opens with a 3. Got to go back quite a way to see Shilton's first set. Look at that. He's put the bar down. Just walking. In his stride. In his stride. Does he even stop? Looks at the clock. He slows down. Alright, technically he stops very briefly. And he goes 1. That was probably harder than he thought it was going to be. 2. Now at this point, there I am. I'm thinking he's going to come down. But then he does another one. Mad dog. Mad dog. So there we are. The 3 of us boys all on our various levels of struggle in the 3rd round. So by doing those first 2 under 6 minutes, we opened up the extra 3 minutes. Cool, I guess. Meanwhile, Mel O'Brien and Daniel Brandon are on their final round, so they're just about finished pretty much. So just for those, sorry with all the time jumping around, but so it's been just over almost 40 seconds since I've done anything. I've just kind of chilled. And yeah, if you've seen that one, that's what the rest of them look like. They're just singles. That's all I got. Oh yeah, so I turned that fan on. The biggest fear I had was I stopped halfway through one of the skips and I realized I didn't double knot my Metcons. And if you've got Metcon laces, you know that's some rookie error level stuff. Where's Beth? Beth, where'd you go? Oh, she's off. Okay, she's up here. She's off screen trying to get her last snatch weight. So there's Beth. Oh, there she is. There she gone. There she is. There she's gone. There she is. There she's gone. So that's interesting. So what's happening with Beth there is she got into the second barbell and she's not being able to lift that weight. So then if you know that is going to be your situation, your workout is very different. So your workout is then sprint the first round. This entire workout is a sprint, but different people have to sprint in different places. My job was to sprint between the 6 and 9 minutes. I did not sprint very well. Beth's job was to sprint the first round. So her tie-break time for her first round of snatches is going to be very relevant because a lot of people will get through the first thing, they'll get through the second round of wall walks, the second round of skipping, and they won't lift the second bar. So then 1 million people worldwide will have the same amount of reps, and that will fall back to the tie-break time, which is recorded after every round of snatches. So Beth, I hope you sprinted that first round. Where were we? We're up into the almost 7-ish minutes. Alright, so Mel O'Brien, the last bar is 6 snatches, so she's just got not many reps to go. When I was recording this one, it's kind of annoying. I have to do a change of setting on the light adjustment because Larry's beautiful olive skin, it just makes mine super white. Mine's pretty white, but it's even whiter when he's in the same frame. So, I made that technical adjustment so you could see the image. Alright, now we're about to get to the fun part So there's Mel. I think that might be her last one. Yeah, that was her last one. So there's 758, 757. This 55 kilo tiny girl just finished the workout. Yeah, she's not stuffing around. Oh yeah, poor Danielle Brandon. Watch this. So she's getting off the wall there. She's walking over. She completely forgets she's got to skip. Does one of the heaviest snatches. So if Larry and I got to that same round, it would be 102 kilos. So that's she just did a 102 kilo snatch that doesn't count because she hasn't done the skips yet. Man, that would suck. Alright, 30 seconds left. Larry's on the skipping. I'm over here. I think I've done maybe 10 push-ups at that point. Now, what Beth is doing here, she's maybe Larry will have a chance to lift. So she's shit, I gotta put plates on his bar. She's a good dude, that Beth. So we got 10 seconds. I'm scooping in for my last rep. Shilton's up here scooping in for his last rep. Luckily, he didn't get it. Luckily. So now he's only beaten me by 1 rep. That dog! But there we all are, corpsed out at 9 minutes, time capped. We didn't open up the 9 to 12 minute window. To do that, we would have had to finish our skips and then done 9 lifts on a bar that was so heavy, I didn't bother loading it. There's actually a point you can see in my one down here where when I'm sort of crouched down here doing nothing, and Jacob starts changing plates, and I just turn to him don't bother, it's not happening. But there's Brandon. What is that heaviest girl's weight? 155. So that's, what's that, 10, 70-ish? 70-ish kilos? Something like that. Just punched him out on top of that extra one she did before, and she still got time. So yeah, this workout is is wild. Whether you're registered or not, come on down. We're going to have, we'll be briefing and warming up from 8 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, even if you're not registered, come on down. Fun workout, wild workout. May only be a 6-minute workout. Who knows? Our plan is heats of 6 people at a time. Ideally 3 guys, 3 girls, so we can sort of just leave the bars and, do some minor changes for the RX and the scale lifts. Ooh. Cool. Now you get to see a lot of Shilton and Nath. That's awesome. Alright, that's all I got for you. This is a fun workout. It's warm up your shoulders. See you soon.